Hey, welcome to another edition of Bass Fishing Southern Maryland. We're not bass fishing today though. We're running errands and it's really cold, and I don't know, it's like 20-ish. It's supposed to drop down to 15 tonight. So I'm gonna go run a few errands, like drop off my garbage and recycling, and thought I'd take you along and maybe look at a couple of other things. Enjoy the ride. Thought I'd stop off here at the lake on my way back home just to see what the situation is. It's been pretty cold, below freezing for a few days. So I figured we'd have ice. But these guys, man, they're hardcore. Lake, I'm seeing a lot of open water. Apologize for the wind noise. Let me see if I can shield that a little bit. But I see a lot of open water, probably because of the wind. If you're going to fish in that, though, you better bring the chapstick. I bet if I come back in a couple of days, it'll be iced over. Let me show you what I see up here at the bank. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little excursion with me to go take my garbage in. But as you'll see in a few minutes, this really wasn't about garbage. I wanted to check out the lake, and I also wanted to try out a new camera I got for Christmas, thanks to my mother-in-law. Thank you, Lucretia. And I'll talk more about that in just a second. But right now, I'm going to go get back in the truck where it's warm, and back home where I can knock out the rest of this. Hey guys, to wrap up this video, I want to talk about my camera setup when I'm kayak fishing. And let me start with what I've been using to date. This is a really cheap action camera. It's the Light Dow, I forget the model number, but I think I paid $35 for this. Probably the best $35 I've ever spent. I've gotten 2 good fishing seasons out of it, and it's still going strong, but it is a cheap camera. You can tell just by holding it in your hand. You could probably almost crush it with your fingers, but it has served me well. It's the camera that I usually position right over my left shoulder. The only thing I don't like about that setup is that it doesn't really pick up any of the things that I'm saying. But so I've got a little different idea in mind for next fishing season that's going to replace this camera over my left shoulder. And what I'm planning on doing with this one is leaving it in the watertight housing and just using it for the occasional underwater shot. keeping my fingers crossed that that housing is indeed waterproof. Alright, so let me show you what I got next. This is my GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver. I bought this 4 or 5 years ago when they were the current model. I bought it when I was in Afghanistan. And I did that because my team and I were convoying quite a bit, and I wanted to videotape some of those convoys. The only thing is, after I ordered the camera and it came in, I think we did exactly one convoy, and then we got out of the convoy business, and I didn't really need it for that. We moved to a place where we could do all of our work on foot without having to drive through the streets of Kabul. But anyway, so when I got back home, I said, well, I'm going to use it for record some of my fishing trips. And I love this camera. It has really been the workhorse, and it's still going to be. I'm planning on using this one to replace the yellow light dial one I just showed you for my over the left shoulder view. I just ordered from Amazon a skeleton case that basically has this part of the housing open so that I can access these ports right here. And I've got an external, I think it's called a lavalier lapel microphone, and I'm going to plug it into that thing and clip it to my seat. If I have to, I'll clip it to my shirt or whatever, so that it will pick up the things that I'm saying about what I'm trying to accomplish when I'm fishing. And we'll hope that works out well. Also, I got a little external battery pack I'm going to plug into this guy to hopefully I won't have to keep changing batteries in and out. This is the camera that in last summer's videos I wore on my chest. So it's the one that I would switch to after I caught the fish, so that you could see me handle the fish, unhook it, and talk about what technique I'm using for, you know, tackle or whatever. So that one's about to be replaced by the one that I just mentioned earlier when I was at the lake, by this guy that I just got for Christmas, and it's a GoPro Hero 5 Black. I hemmed and hawed between this one and the Hero 6, but I really, the Hero 6 was $200 more expensive than this, and I just didn't think that the added features of that one justified the extra 200 bucks. I don't know, I've got high hopes for this camera. I really like the look and feel of it. Let me know if you've got experience with the Hero 5, good or bad. But this is the one that I plan on putting on the chest mount to capture the in-close shots when I'm handling the fish, that I can easily stop it and start it. Got a couple of extra batteries on the way, and one thing I have noticed so far, until I get the settings tweaked right, it does eat the batteries up pretty quickly. So the only other camera I have left to show you is the one that I'm filming with right now, so I'll have to shut that bad boy down and fire up one of these to show you that one. So hang on. Alright, so here it is. This is the Sony Alpha 5000, and it's what I use for my vlogging camera, even though I don't vlog that much. But all those little nice in tight, artsy little shots that I try to get, I just got this camera last summer, so I haven't used it that much. You can probably tell in my last few videos when I have used it. But I really like it. It's probably the least expensive model in that Sony Alpha line, and I'm not even sure they make it anymore. I think it's been replaced by the 5100. One thing that I like about it is, let me tighten that up a little bit. I have it on the Joby, and it's got that little flip up LCD screen so that I can see what all is in frame, especially when I'm trying to film myself, or even when we're taking a group selfie with the family. It comes in handy, and that just flips back down. The only thing that I don't like about it is the microphone ports are right there, one there and one there, and there's no port for an external mic. So the wind noise is problematic sometimes, which you may have noticed that when I was at the lake earlier. And I really don't have a solution for that other than to try to do some sort of do-it-yourself, you know, miniature dead cats over those microphone ports. Let me know if you have any ideas on what to do with that. But anyway, that's my camera setup, and so thanks for watching, and thanks for going to the dump with me. I know you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys all have a happy new year. See ya.